story, we are shown a girl named Alyssa who works in a secret laboratory of the US. She starts getting ready to go to her duty, but then we see some marks on her neck. Actually, these marks are due to an accident in childhood, due to which she cannot speak, and she uses sign language to talk to people. She gives food to her neighbor Skills daily before going to work because he lives alone. Now she reaches the liability where her friend has already made a place for her in the attendance line. Actually, both of them do the cleaning work here. Now when both of them are cleaning, then the security in charge of the lab, Flaming, comes here. And he tells everyone that a new project is going to come in our lab, and then some people bring a very big box inside the lab, which is filled with water. Firstly, some sounds were coming from inside the box, so she touched its glass and started looking. But then, she notices a creature's hand inside the box and becomes extremely frightened. After that, we observe Elisa and Zelta, who are busy cleaning the washroom. In this place, they encounter a man named Richard, who has brought this creature along with him and now plans to conduct research on it. While cleaning, Elisa's attention is drawn to a weapon placed near the basin, and she begins to touch it out of curiosity. But Richard kills him and takes the weapon and leaves from there. But Elisa notices that some blood has come out of the weapon, which has got on the flour. From now on, we see that Ally Soundzada is cleaning outside the room where the culture has been kept. But then, Richard comes out covered in blood and is asking for help from his colleagues. Richard had bled a lot, so to clean the blood, Flaming takes Zeld and Alicea inside the same room where both of them start cleaning the room together. But during the cleaning, Alicea finds Richard's severed fingers, which she picks up and puts in a paper bag, and then goes to tell this to Fleming. When she is alone in the room, she notices a glass box containing the same creature. It looks exactly like a human being, and Elisa is quite surprised to see it. In this moment, she notices that there is a wound mark on its body. Seeing this, she understands that Richard has done this, and Elisa comes home and starts telling this to her neighbors and guests. But they do not believe her, that how can a creature have pressure like humans? The next day, Elisa reaches the creature after touching everyone, but the creature is hidden inside the pool. And the egg which she had taken for him to eat, she starts making a sound with a marker on it with a spoon, hearing which the creature comes out. Firstly, she starts giving pressure to that cell, but that creature starts making some sounds and scares her. But Ali Sahib keeps that egg near the pool and starts explaining to him in her sign language that this egg is for you, so you should eat this egg. Then now that nature goes into the water with that egg, and Ali Sahib comes out. But while coming out of the lab, some people see her, due to which Asal calls her to his office. He gets angry at LIC and starts questioning her about this, but she ignores all his questions, which leads him to ask her why she is not answering his questions herself. So now Zalda tells him that she has been mute since childhood and cannot speak. Here Richard also starts asking about the marks on Elisa's neck, to which Elisa tells him that these marks are due to an accident in her childhood, and since then, she is unable to speak. On the other hand, we are shown the same creator who is repeating Elisa's sign language by keeping the boiled acid peel with him. Seeing this, we come to know that he started liking her. So the next day, Elisa Sahib does not come to meet him again, and this time, she has also brought a music instrument with her. This time also, she keeps a boy near the pool and turns on the music. Hearing which the creature takes his hand out of the water and picks up the creature and takes it away. But when Elisa turns off the music, the creature comes out and asks her to turn on the music. So Elisa turns on the music and both of them start talking to each other in sign language. The next day, Elisa is cleaning the creature's lab. And while cleaning, she starts talking to the scratcher in sign language, but a doctor named Hostler sees them talking. Actually, he works for the US government, but in reality, he is a Russian spy. And the next day, Elisa comes to meet the scratcher again, but this time also he is in the water. But when he comes out of the water, he is in a very injured condition. Seeing this, Elisa gets very upset, and then she hears someone coming inside, so she hides inside the lab. Here, she observes that the result arrives, and she begins to severely torture that culture in a very harsh manner. After a while, General Hold also comes here, and he starts asking Richard about the history of that culture. So he tells him that we got this creator from the Amazon jungles, where the people living there consider them as their god, and they are prayed to. Here the hostler sees Elisa hiding, but he does not tell this to anyone. So now before leaving, General Hold tells Richard that you have to complete your research on this culture soon, because Russia is also a part of this project. He is working on it, and I don't want Russia to complete its research before the US. Paula gets very upset after hearing all this, so she goes to her neighbor Skills and asks him for help so that she can take out this feature from the left side. But he refuses to help her because taking out that feature from the left side is not an easy task. And when Paula gets sad, then he agrees to help her because he can't see the Alliance sad either. In 2-0, the hostler is shown who is with his region boss. Here, his boss asks the hostler to kill the creature because if the creature dies, the US research will remain incomplete. Here, Skills, along with Elisa, starts making a plan to take the creature out of the lab. Elisa reaches near the crater and starts opening it. But then the host actor also reaches there, but he asks her to help him. On the other hand, Gills also enters the laboratory with a London van, and a guard starts suspecting him, while Result is also watching Wayne through the camera. But then Fleming tells him that Londi Wayne was not supposed to come today. Like Result joins the Wen and starts going towards that Wen, but then the hosted turns off the light, and he also kills the guard who was trying to stop that Wen. And while sits inside the Wen with such creature and these people leave from here. Result reaches here and shoots at them, but those people had already left from here, and when Result comes to his room to check the pressure, then it is not there, due to which he gets very angry. On the other hand, we see that Alessa releases that pressure into the sea. She decides to leave, but after reading the notice board near the canal, she understands that the water level of the canal is 30 feet only in October-November, and only then the gates of the canal are open towards the sea. So now she has to wait till that date, and she notes that date. Next day, when Elisa goes to her duty, the attendance timing of all the workers is checked so that their investigation can be done. But the public has also marked Elisa's attendance so that no suspicion falls on her. On the other hand, we are shown Jails who is sleeping. But then the mud comes out of the bathroom and starts killing and eating Gil's cat. But when Gills wakes up and gets angry at him, then the creature gets very scared and starts running away. But while running, his nails get stuck in the cat, and he gets injured. On the other hand, Dr. Host Hitler tells Alessa that you have to release the creature soon, because he cannot be kept out of water for a long time. When Os comes home, Gear tells her that he has run away from here, but Gear's blood is on her hands. Os follows them and reaches that place, and brings him back home. Now after coming home, Parache becomes a friend with all his heart. He lovingly puts his hand on her head and also keeps his hand on her wound. Next day, when Os checks his wound has completely disappeared, and the hair on his head was also silent. As time passes, Elisa and the creature started liking each other, but the creature's health starts deteriorating when it stays out of water for a long time. So one day, Elisa closes all the bathroom doors and starts filling them with water, and here, both of them come close to each other. But because of the old building, water does not reach the lower flat, due to which complaints start coming from there. And guess, as soon as the bathroom door opens, both of them are having a relationship with each other. Therefore, the guilt does not disturb them and closes the bathroom door. The other person warns the General High Resort that they have to find and bring the creature within 36 hours at any cost. Richard's shell doctor is on the host killer, so he starts following him. He sees that the Russian boss takes the hostage and shoots him because he has not been able to kill that killer yet. But as he comes out of a car and shoots the Russian boss, and while he is torturing Hallie Steele in an injured state, he starts asking her about that creature, so he tells her that Alessa and Zinda know about that creature. Oprecht goes to Zinda's house and starts torturing her husband, due to which he tells her that he is with the creature, but Result calls Alessa and tells her that Result has come to know everything. So Alessa leaves from there with the creature. But when Result reaches her house, he understands by reading the note written on the calendar that she has gone towards the canal. On the other hand, Alessa and Gil take the creature to the canal, and Alessa bids him goodbye for the last time and asks him to leave from there. But at that time, Alessa comes here and attacks the Bills. Along with this, he shoots Elisa and her nature, but then a heavy object attacks him, and Richard falls down on the spot. Now the creature stands up, and as soon as he runs his hand over his wound heals completely, and he comes near Elisa and cuts her neck, which results in her death. Elisa had died due to the bullet injury, so he jumps into the water, taking the Crater Alliance with him. He goes inside the water and starts moving around her. And as soon as he touches the marks on her neck, Alahishaz comes alive, and a strange movement starts in the marks on her neck, due to which her voice also returns, and the movie ends with this scene. Friends, if you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I will meet you in the next video.